right, so excited to have Benjamin William Hastings here in the studio. We have to ask you, though, and this has come up, and so...
It's come up a few times.
With using your full name as an artist, do you just feel like you're constantly in trouble? like you're, because that's what moms do, right? Like Grace Marie, Daniel Derek, it's like, I mean, that's...
I haven't really thought about that, but now that you mention it, perhaps I'm living in this constant state of fear and trepidation.
Yeah.
No, that's really funny.
Did that happen with your mom? Was that when you were in trouble?
Yeah, it did.
All three
and my
names?
grandma especially.
Oh, the grandma too.
Yeah, my grandma, and she would chase me around the house with her slipper.
Oh, really?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
My mom had the spoon. Like if the spoon was ever off the wall, it's a bad day.
I grew up in the participation ribbon era. So I wasn't chased with anything.
Oh. Well, it happened a couple times. I usually knew why the spoon was off the wall.
Yeah.
You know why.
So what'd you get in trouble for? Were you like a trouble kid?
No, I was pretty good.
Why did Grandma chase you with her slipper? What were you doing?
There's a couple of times. I do have this one memory as a kid. Me and my brother. I must have been like probably 5 or 6. So he would have been 3 or 4.
Mm.
And I would have initiated this thing where we got all our clothes. Like we emptied the entire wardrobe.
Oh.
And we threw all the clothes down the stairs.
Oh.
And I don't know why.
But
I have this memory of my grandma like walking into the living room and just seeing this giant pile of clothes at the bottom of the stairs.
Did she grab her slipper?
Freaking out, took her slipper off.
But it's is she Dutch? Was it like a wooden slipper? I mean, a slipper doesn't sound all that.
Slipper shoes in Australia?
No. This was a slipper. Well, this was actually back. So I grew up in Ireland originally.
Okay.
So this is an Irish grandma with like a well-made Irish slipper. So there was, it was like the right amount of. It wasn't quite a wooden spoon. Like it would have had a bit more flex than that.
Yeah.
But it was like it was
Irish
well made.
grandma. Slipper in one hand and God knows what in the other hand.
Yeah.
Irish. I got a lot of Irish in my blood
I love
too.
that. And now you're living in Los Angeles.
Yes. So yeah, it was in Ireland until I was 19. Moved to Australia for 10 years.
Okay.
I met a beautiful Australian girl. We got married. Have 2 Australian kids. And then we all moved to LA. Like a year and a half ago.
Is that like huge culture shock
it's definitely different. Yeah.
That's like this super
How long have
polite
you
way.
been there? You've been there a minute then.
Yeah, like almost 2 years, like a year and a half.
That's about how long we've been here. So
yeah. So you like it? Like
I think so.
A lot of people like get me out of here.
No, it's like I think LA's it's definitely a challenging city, but then it's got a lot of charm as well. So you kind of learn to love it and hate it simultaneously, and then at some point I think you just love it more than you hate it.
Exactly. I mean, it's like traffic, terrible.
Completely.
Beaches and weather, fabulous.
Exactly.
I mean,
I do miss the seasons. I love coming here
You don't
because
have much.
it's really pretty consistent. Although we did find ourselves, we were in the house with like the only trees. It feels like every tree in the whole neighborhood is just outside, not on our property, but just outside it, enough to give us all the leaves. So like, and it looks like I'm just like, so the footpath outside is just covered in leaves, like it's treacherous. And I feel like that's maybe, I realized the other day, I was like, is that my responsibility? Like, did the neighbors hate me?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably your responsibility.
And so I was out there with a blower yesterday trying to
blow into their yard.
Yeah. I was like, where
like a good neighbor.
Back.
Like a good neighbor.
I didn't want them. Thank you. I've noticed you've said some, like you call it a wardrobe, and like, what are some of the differences like that, like language wise, or how things are called, or what we do as Americans that's different from what you're used to?
Yeah. I find my accent's kind of tamed over the years.
Totally.
But there's certain
has it?
Yeah. Like I'm struggling. There's certain vowels or vowels is how I would want to say it.
Okay.
That come out much harsher. And so every now and then I'll be talking and I'll just see the look on people's face where they lost me. So like if I was to say, well, vowel would be an example.
That's a weird one.
What was that? What did you say?
Vowel.
Oh.
Would be vowel.
They said vial.
Or car. Exactly.
Yeah,
or
I heard
tile, towel.
Oh, not tile.
Oh.
Tile, not tile.
Tall sounds a little bit like tile.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do find that is often where I lose people, as I've kept my Irish Vowels.
Your Irish
I have
vowels.
to translate myself.
Boy, everywhere we've lived, Michelle's picked up a little bit of the accent.
bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
We lived in Wisconsin for 3 years, and it's a harsh accent over there. So she was like picking my bag and all this stuff. And,
I've lost that
and
though.
she started saying, I think she started saying y'all. While we're still in California, in preparation of moving to Tennessee.
I've been yawling it up. Yes. It's like one of my favorites. It's like the lazy person's you all. I love that.
It's like when she walked off the plane, she's like, I'm home. Like it was just one of those moments.
Hello, my people. I've arrived.
So kind of, this is for Air1 listeners, hearing your new music. You've got a new album out.
Yeah.
We kind of, want to know more about you.
Yeah.
So this is your first solo album, correct?
That's right, yeah.
Because you were with Hillsong United, right?
Yeah.
And are you still doing that?
Yeah,
as well?
I'm still doing that.
How busy are you?
Yeah, a little bit. It's actually been a really crazy couple of years, especially this year. I just feel like I used to actually come back to like whether I like LA or not. I feel like I've barely been there.
You're here all the time, aren't you?
But it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed the process, and it's great to still be able to do everything with United. And we were just on the road with
Chris Tomlin, that big huge tour.
Which was super fun.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of weaving this in and around and through it all. So it's been a challenge.
I bet.
Yeah.
So when I think about LA, so you're probably traveling here quite a bit too, because you have songwriting sessions and things like that, I would imagine.
Yeah. So I'll try and do as much as I can in LA, but I find myself here a lot. And a lot of the producers I worked with on the album were here, and like a lot of my team's here. Chris is here. Like it's kind of just
so you're here
it's
a lot.
The place to be. Yeah.
So in support of the new album, are you doing currently a tour? Are you about to tour? What's going on with that?
Yeah, I've got 2 tours coming up at the start of next year. One with Cody Carnes.
Oh,
so we're gonna
cool.
together. So that's gonna be really fun in February and a little bit of March, right? And then I'm going out with Brandon Lake in April.
Oh wow. You guys have the same hair.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of hair. Yeah.
Do you guys swap hair secrets?
Yeah.
He does
I could use a couple.
I taught him everything he knows.
Gets it all tight. Does that
I
thing.
can't do that.
You
the
don't
cornrows?
do that? I was going to ask.
No. I mean, I feel like my Irish family would disown me. Sorry, Brandon.
They'd be like, time to come home.
Yeah.
He does have beautiful
you've gone
locks.
too far.
That's good. So it's February with Cody Carnes, and later it'll be with Brandon.
Yeah. I think April with Brandon.
Because Cody's new album was like, what, a week or 2 weeks before you, right?
Yeah.
So
It was
you
all
guys
kind
were
of
really
around
close.
the same time. I was actually here doing something for it, and then was able to jump up with him and do a song. That was super fun.
It's fun. I mean, the stuff on the new album is fantastic. It's just, it's fun. It's,
it is.
We need that. I mean,
Completely.
I just think, worship as a whole, it's such a unique genre.
Yeah.
But let's never turn away from fun, because I get that from you. I end up smiling during your music. It's awesome.
Oh,
so more of like getting to know you. You're married. You got 2 kids.
2 kids.
How old are the kids?
I've got a 6-year-old girl and a 2-year-old boy.
Oh, okay. So you're still not sleeping?
Nope.
No. I mean, he's pretty good through the night, but he's terrible at, he's up at 4:45.
Oh, the early riser.
Man,
and then
they
he
never
wakes
get out of
his
that either, it
sister
seems
up,
like.
and it's- Yeah.
Those are long days.
Yeah,
But they go fast.
We
so.
used to have those clocks that it's got like a light on it that tells them when they
green
can
light, like you can leave your bed.
We did that, yeah.
So, we tried to do it, and then my daughter, she was like 3, I think, at the time, and there was this consecutive mornings where I was like, it feels really early, but I wasn't checking my clock because she was coming in, being like, the clock's it goes yellow when she's allowed to get up. It's like the clock's yellow, and so but after a few days, I was like, this doesn't feel right, and so I said that to my wife. I just brought it up, and she's like, I bet you she's like jigging the clock. And so
did that happen?
Well, I was like, no way, she would never do that. So I called her in, and I was like, Juniper, you need to tell me, like, have you been lying to us? She's like, no. I was like, was the clock yellow when you got up? She's like, yes, it was. And I was like, did you make it go yellow? She's like, yes, I did.
So it was technically true.
Smart 3-year-old. You're in trouble, Dad.
It was really funny. She was like, and then we were like, you can't do that. And she's like, do you want to know how I did it? And I was like, well, now I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
And she proceeded to show us this like routine she had.
Oh, you little stinker.
I know. Where there was we still had like the baby monitor on her so we could see into her room. So the monitor's there. And so she was like, firstly, I look to the monitor. She's like, I reach out my hand. I turn it away. She's like, then I crawl down to the bottom of my bed. I get on the floor, and she starts commando crawling across the room.
Oh, wow.
I know. And then she's like, I reach up my hand. I unpull the clock. I put it back in again. It goes to yellow. I come into your room. And I was like,
oh, you gotta
Wow.
be kidding me.
I think you're going to need one of those Irish slippers.
Yeah. I think I might. That's really funny.
Got this from Grammy.
That's right. That's right. Oh, my
that is
goodness.
crazy. You know, these early risers, we have a boy and a girl too.
Yeah.
9 is the girl, 12 is the boy. The boy has always been an early riser. And I think it's because doing morning radio, we've done it for so long.
Right.
We used to get him up at so early to take him to daycare, then, and he's just never lost it. He's always been an early riser.
Yeah.
Although
There
he's
you go.
12 now, and I woke him up this morning at, before school, and he was like, "Is it Friday yet?" So it's like he's starting to get the sleeper gene. I think that comes around 13.
I just wish they get the
So you got
sleeper
a few more
gene
years.
for weekends for dad, is all I'm saying. That would be glorious. So we want to do a little game with you, if you could.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to do a little Would You Rather.
Okay.
You're allowed to play too.
Okay, yeah, I don't even know the questions.
The last two are going to be like Christmas Would You Rathers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so
Tis
but
the
just
season.
some regular ones here. We're getting to know Benjamin William Hastings. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Fur.
Fair.
Why? That'd be a great
Soft.
weapon.
I know, but I'm
Seriously.
still a person.
It'd be almost like a superhero kind of thing, Like if you see a bad guy, just go bonk.
And you could slither.
All right, that was lame. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Oh, wow.
Wow. What jail is it? I mean, is it like...
That's a good question. I need
is
details.
it like maximum security, or is it like the one that's like the resort?
I don't think this is a question. I'd rather lose a year off my life. I couldn't handle an hour in jail.
Yeah.
It depends.
I mean, you have to get shivs and all that stuff. I'm just not that guy.
I really don't know. Actually, it's a really good question.
Wow.
I'll try jail.
Really, for a year?
Either way, you lose a year, though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Here's another
I
one.
would skip jail. I think I would get out of jail
This is
free.
why I don't do Would You Rathers with her, because she'll just go. She asks all these caveats.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah, yeah.
caveats.
It's importante.
Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
10 minutes later.
20 early.
Really?
Well, it
are you
depends.
always 10 minutes late no matter
yeah,
what?
well,
I feel
I'm
like
like-
he's an artist. So
Yeah. I was 10 minutes late this morning, wasn't maybe 20. Yeah.
Oh, this is a hard one.
Okay.
Last one before the two Christmas ones. Would you rather give up using a phone or tablet forever or give up having any salt in your food?
Oh, tablet. I like salt.
I like salt too, but
You've had unsalted bread. It is not good.
Yeah, I would give up this salt, I think. I think I could
Wow.
I think you could make it work with other spices.
Yeah?
Okay.
Don't you think? No?
No.
Okay.
Salt's
You
a good
tried
one.
Mrs. Dash? It's
I
horrible.
mean, salt's a good one.
All right, Christmas time. Would you rather have Frosty the Snowman for a friend or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for a friend?
Was this before Rudolph got cool? Because nobody really liked him. Remember no one played games
Oh,
with
yeah,
him?
you used to make fun of him.
Yeah, it's not very nice.
Frosty or Rudolph?
Rudolph.
I like
What?
Frosty.
Okay, why?
Well, because you only get Frosty for like 3 months. Rudolph's a year-round friend.
Your best friend would melt away. That's
I
super
know.
sad.
Then you have to like roll up a new one.
You could use Rudolph as a nightlight.
Maybe he'd have that like the Clyde to keep him like Olaf. You know,
Oh,
the-
okay.
We
All
do,
right.
we
Since
do
we're in
really
imagination town, I
hard-hitting
like that.
topics on Air 1, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat your cereal with eggnog instead of milk or eat a candy cane sandwich?
Cereal with eggnog.
Candy cane sandwich sounds pretty good.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That eggnog thing is nasty. Eggnog is
Yeah,
gross.
but the candy cane gets stuck in your teeth. It's like, it's the whole
That's
thing.
true.
Is it roast beef?
What?
Is it a roast beef candy cane sandwich?
Ew.
Would you put mayo on it?
No.
Oh, man. Thanks for spending some time with us this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
This was
glad
super
you were
fun.
here.
Yeah.